Hey, what's up, folks? My name's Chris Waters,
Brian
joined by
Butler.
joined by my good friend Brian Butler. It is the inaugural episode, and we've got a bunch to cover on this episode of the Red Line Briefing. Yeah, we are a new show. We're going to cover a lot of stuff, so sit back, buckle up. Here we go. Let's see. What do we got going on today? We got a number of things, actually. A lot of stuff going on in the world. SpaceX's IPO. Biggest rocket, biggest IPO, maybe the biggest bubble. We'll see. But SpaceX is what it's worth around 1.7, 1.8 trillion valuation.
Yeah, man, making Elon Musk pretty sure the wealthiest person on the planet
No, I'm pretty
today.
sure he came in as a trillionaire by the end of today,
Yeah.
and if not, he will be, next week. I'm
Well,
sure.
no, we confirmed it. He was a trillionaire this afternoon. So
Was he?
it's
Wow.
yeah,
And yep, we're also going to talk a little bit about the Carmelo Anthony
you got to mention it.
trial and sentencing. That's going to be a fun one. Let's see. Iran war updates. Lots to talk about there, of course. One of the biggest things that I thought we could talk about today. One of the funniest things. Some call her the greatest mayor in the country. Others see it other ways. But Karen Bass, she's being sued by her brother.
Joke. She's a
I'm
joke.
telling you, no, 100%. And I did also want to talk a little bit about how YouTubers are just absolutely destroying Hollywood right now. Well, with all that being said, let's go ahead and hop into it. So SpaceX, the IPO, Mr. Elon Musk. What did he do? Real quick, let me tell you. He had an investor. This is a story I heard recently. Friend, investor, whatever it was back in the day. He needed $1 million and he got it. Right, he got that $1 million for stake in SpaceX. I think it was something like 7%, 7.3, something like that. This guy's $1 million investment, I heard, is now worth. You want to take a guess how much it's worth?
I don't even want to guess. Hit us with it. It's going to be sick. I know that.
It is, yeah. This guy is most likely going to become one of the top 100 wealthiest men in the country. Yeah, you're looking at north of $100 billion.
Good God. I can't even.
Most
Yeah.
likely.
What does that even look
it could
like?
probably reach that. What's that?
What does that even look like?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. People are like, man, I don't know. I couldn't spend that in a lifetime, 5 lifetimes, whatever. I'm like, you know what? Thinking about it,
We
I could
tried.
just buy every mega yacht that the world has for sale, and look at that. I just spent $100 billion.
Absolutely.
If you think about it, I mean, I know you could go the route of Brewster's Millions too. You remember that old movie?
Oh yeah. All day
It's
long.
fantastic. He had 1 month to spend $30 million on no tangible assets, and he couldn't just give it away for a chance to win 300 million, or I'm sorry, to inherit 300 million. That's insane. Anyway, what are your thoughts, man, on the SpaceX? Becoming,
Yeah, man, it's I think that it's a, let me start with a disclosure. We are not here to give any kind of investment advice or strategies. We are not licensed stockbrokers in any
this
way.
is for
So
entertainment
please do
purposes
not
only.
take our advice as any kind of legal representation or financial advice. But personally, I think it's a pretty damn good investment. I know several people who bought in. I know I have some family members that bought a few shares, and I've got a friend that apparently bought like 150 shares. So I think it's going to be a good opportunity for people.
Oh, that's outstanding, man. I was talking to a buddy the other day. He's like, man, we're going to successfully launch Elon into trillionaire orbit.
Yep, it's been done. Yep.
Now, what do you think? I mean, you think we'll ever make it to Mars?
Honestly, I think we've already been there, but that's a whole nother show, man.
Let me rephrase. SpaceX.
Okay, do I think SpaceX will make it to Mars? Yeah, I think if anybody in our current civilization is going to do it, it's going to be Elon, which he's already. Everything else this man has set his mind out to do, I'm 99% sure he's accomplished. So if one of his goals is to put people on Mars, then I'd say we're probably going to put people on Mars between now and when he dies.
I mean, I'd definitely love to see it, in our lifetime for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. No, buying the some say like buying the IPO today is like pre-ordering a Mars condo.
I don't know about that, but yeah.
Uh, I mean, he did want to make I don't know, he had some crazy. I heard it years ago before 5G was, in service or a real thing, but he wanted to bring 5G network to Mars from Earth.
Well, he's already successfully got it reaching the entire planet at this point, so I'd say that's probably. I mean, we're talking about the man who put a car into orbit. The man launched a Tesla and put it into orbit, a few years ago. So I don't,
There's a
I don't
website
put much
actually
past
that
him.
there's a website that tracks that car. Have you seen it?
Is
It's
there?
it's it's funny, yeah.
That's crazy. I did not know that.
You could
I'll have to
probably get
find
it
that.
from one of our non-sponsors like Perplexity,
Right.
who we use, to I don't know, probably find that website. But no, I checked it out
Looking
like
right
a
now.
month or two after he launched that car, and you just see it's slowly doing its rotation.
Oh, yeah,
So
it's
you see the sun come up.
whereisroadster.com.
There it
Where
is.
is Starman? Track Elon Musk's Tesla Roadster in space.
There it is.
That is crazy. Oh yeah, it's got it literally. It pinpoints where it is at this moment. It is somewhere like you can see Earth, Mercury, Mars, Venus, and it's somewhere way out here. But yeah, wow, that's crazy.
I haven't tracked this like I should, but this is something else. Here, let me pull this up.
While the aerospace companies, they build good rockets and everything, they were simply not pursuing the technology that's necessary to make life multiplanetary, to make Star Trek, to make the exciting science fiction futures that we've read about real. And that's what SpaceX is all about. It's to take the fiction out of science fiction and create an exciting, inspiring future for everyone. We want to be able to take anyone who wants to go to the moon, anyone who wants to go to Mars, or anywhere in the solar system, and maybe beyond the solar system at some point. We want to be able to take you there. Not just a few astronauts. I mean, you, literally you. If you watch, whoever you are watching this, SpaceX wants to be able to take you to the moon, take you to Mars, and ultimately beyond. And
I think he's going to do it. It's insane.
I agree.
Like this guy, it's nuts. We talk about people that lived 1,000 years ago, 500 years ago, 300 years ago. Especially when technology was not as advanced, as we have now, and we talk about these folks, like Roman emperors, Jesus, George Washington, like
Yep.
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
I do want to point out something too. Two things. One, he's not at the New York Stock Exchange. They actually did it right there from. Where are they launching from now? Is
Our
it?
base is in Texas. It's off the
Yeah. So that's
yeah, it's off
where
the
he's
Gulf.
launching from. And point two, I really love that jacket. He's wearing that jacket all the time. That leather jacket, man. Anywho, what's next? What's next? Whoops. There we go. So I know this is one that it's close for you. We'll go ahead and talk about it because everybody is. The Carmelo Anthony trial and
Oh
verdict
boy,
and sentencing.
here we go.
Yeah, no. After looking, yeah, and this is a tough one because seeing all of the outrage from the left, seeing all of they have nothing, so they're I'm just going to call it they're playing a race card.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah,
There's
without a
no,
doubt.
I can hardly hear you. There's no way around it, And it's funny too because the jury, they needed less than what, 3 hours.
Yeah, yeah. It was a
You know,
very, very quick return on that.
Granted they saw, I'm sure, more evidence than any of us John Q. public have seen, but when you look at it, he was 17, so they can't prosecute him for life, which is unfortunate. He has 35 years. possibly able to get out in 17, still live a full life. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, I have a lot of strong feelings on this. It's the best way I know how to. It's the best way I can put it into words. Okay, just to try to understand today's society. If a and let me preface this by saying I am one of the least racist people you will meet. Okay, I've got lots of African American friends. I've got a business partner in one of the companies. I've got people who work for me. Um, yeah, so I'm the least racist person you will meet. But it appears that some of these people in Texas are thinking, if a black person supports a black person murdering a white person, it's not racism. But if white people support white people, we're somehow racist. Um, they can say Black Power, they can have Black Panthers, and that's not racist. Make it make sense. This none of it makes sense to me. It really doesn't. It's super hypocrisy.
Just think about it if the tables were turned.
Yeah,
Think about
yeah,
it. You get a white dude that's murking a black dude, and I don't know. It's horrible. You know what? I feel for at some point like I always look at things in a higher level, right? Just call it the snowball effect. Places where I've worked in the past, problems start at the top, right? It's not us peons at the bottom that are working and making these senior management or C-level suites all this money, but problems, man, start at the top, and it snowball effects. I look at that in life too, right? Like this dude has a mom and dad who are pieces of poo poo, right? He
absolutely,
was probably never brought up right. Now, look, I'm not on his side at all. I'm just trying to make a point of how horrible his parents are. They weren't even there at the sentencing. It's like, oh,
yeah, nowhere to be seen.
yeah, oh well, my GoFundMe money dried up, so f off, kid. Best of luck. They're
Yeah, which
probably
I
like
actually
wiping
heard
their
today
hands.
that they shut that down. I believe they have blocked their access to that. They have canceled that, so they will not be getting a
Good,
dime of that money. Yeah,
good as they should. And
yeah,
I'll take it a step further. It's like all these kids, I'll say mostly younger teenagers because they're on these e-scooters, which obviously they're not old enough to drive, or else they wouldn't be on freaking e-scooters all the
right,
time
exactly.
where I live. And there are kids out here getting hit all the time, in the streets by one the other day. It was a Tesla hit a kid. He's probably 13, 14 years old, and he's there just smiling, laughing. I'm like, there's another one where a sheriff's deputy, this kid's rolling down the road full speed on a scooter and runs right smack dab into the side of the sheriff's deputy's car at a a single way stop, right? So the kid on the scooter he was on the road, but he didn't stop at the stop sign. The deputy's just driving along, and all of a sudden, wham! Oh, the video was epic. Like at that point, I would have found the kid's parents and arrested them. That's
Absolutely.
the way I feel. It starts at the top, and parents need to be accountable.
Absolutely. I mean, look, I saw this
100%.
morning, one of the first things I saw when I woke up this morning is this story circulating with this kid from, I want to say it was either Tennessee or maybe Jacksonville, Florida. He had traveled to Texas. He had gone to the graveyard where Austin Metcalf is buried, rest in peace. And he had videotaped himself and posted to TikTok himself urinating on the grave of Austin Metcalf. By the end of the day, I had seen 4 other similar videos of other African Americans doing this. Like this is like some kind of trend for them. It blows my mind.
Tell you what's funny is Jasmine Crockett's
Oh man.
responses to this. And the only thing I'm thinking the whole time is like, who? You're
Yeah,
talking about somebody who was randomly in Congress for all of 2 minutes who
exactly.
lost their seat because they were just that
Exactly.
god awful horrible. Nobody cares about
Exactly,
what she
man.
has to say. Like, who
Listen,
are you?
there's a video circulating. I tried to find it for tonight, but I
Garbage.
had
She's
limited time. There's a
garbage.
video out there. The way this whole thing happened was he was in a tent at a track meet. Okay, they did not want him in the tent. They tried to remove him. Okay, Carmela's family was posted up outside the courthouse in a tent. Okay, so members of the media on their cell phones and cameras walked through the family wanting to ask them questions. And they had a nuclear meltdown screaming at them, "Get away! We don't want you in here. You're not welcome here." What? Are you kidding me? Would it have been okay if the cameraman had pulled a knife? Honestly, man, you cannot make this shit up. You really can't.
For sure. I don't know. Yeah. So much to say, but we'll move on.
Yeah, yeah.
Next, we'll talk about the Iran war. What's going on there? I mean, this isn't an endless war. It's finally pushing back on Iran. So,
It is.
U.S. and Israeli strikes have throttled Iran's military assets without turning this to a full-scale Iraq-style invasion, luckily. But that's exactly what the Hawks have been asking for years.
It is.
Now, the message is simple, though. You don't get to shoot down U.S. helicopters and run terror proxies from Lebanon to the Gulf without getting hit hard.
No,
For
we're
sure.
not going to stand by and watch this shit happen.
No, absolutely not. So I'm hoping, that it comes down fast. I mean, everybody wants gas prices down, but at the same
Oh man,
time,
it's killing everybody. Like the price of gas is insane. I don't know what it is where you are in Florida right now.
it's like
I want to say
paid
yeah,
$3.89 for
I
unleaded
want to say we paid
yesterday.
430. I think I paid 430 a couple days ago, and I won't even tell you what the price of diesel is. It's killing my trucking company. I can tell you that. And I'm sure it's hurting everybody else's also, but it's bad, man. It's really bad.
I believe it. Hey, look, when stuff gets over what $85 a barrel, you got to start thinking what's coming. When you get over $100 a barrel, not just trucking and your roadways have to think about, reevaluate pricing and this and that. No, it everything we use or have modern in this country has some sort of petrochemical plastic in it.
Absolutely. We are a very heavily dependent oil civilization. We're not a dependent nation. We are a dependent civilization. If that oil runs out or it gets shut off, our entire civilization will cease to exist pretty quickly.
Think about how much in the medical field is some sort of petrochemical plastic now. It can be medical grade, whatever, but all of a sudden stuff like that runs out, and then all of a sudden healthcare goes down. I think about that one primarily, but it's
100%.
crazy though, but I am ready. It's time for that to be
Oh yeah,
done for
it's
sure.
got to come to an end at some point. The part that fascinates me is, we were the world's realistically, we were the planet's only superpower there for 20, maybe 30 years. Just up until the last decade, did China and Russia really join us at that level. And even then, being as powerful as a navy and military as we are, we can't do something as basic as open the Strait of Hormuz. Like that really just it bothers the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie.
No, for sure. For sure. We need peace in the Middle East. I don't know.
You need
Iran
peace,
is
but you can't negotiate peace with. And again, this is the bedrock of our country. You cannot. We don't negotiate with terrorists. So
bingo.
as long as these people want us dead, they don't want peace with us. Okay, they're biding their time so they can do whatever their next plan is, whatever their next attack is.
Yeah,
These people
for
don't
sure.
want peace with us. No, I
No,
just
they know we go through rotation every 4 years.
exactly
And when
exactly.
you
They're
just made
biding
it
their time.
47 years, they're like, yeah, the next set can wait. I don't know. I mean, Iran has what 3 million people.
I don't have the numbers off the top of my head, but
It's
it's
a
probably
lot. They have some of the nicest terrain, some of the nicest landscaping that you'll ever see. Mountains. I mean, there's a lot of beautiful land over there. And looking at a business standpoint, um, that is an untapped market of 90
92
plus.
million. Yeah, you're right on it.
Yeah, that's an untapped market
Oh, it,
for
it is. They
trade.
used to be. Listen, man, we used to be good friends with Iran. Up until the bomb, up until they stormed our embassy and
Yes.
took a number of our, our State Department employees and contractors hostage. We were good friends with Iran. We had, American companies based, had headquarters in Iran, had offices in Iran. Some of the most beautiful women in the world are from Iran. Actually, you wouldn't know it today from looking at them because it looks like they're wearing a black garbage bag from head to toe. You can't even see, you can see their eyes,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a damn shame, is what it is.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know, man. I need to put that somewhere else later. Get my other camera set up. Yeah, so Going on to the next story we have, I wanted to touch on this because, like I said, America's favorite mayor, Karen Bass, is, LA's. First off, LA has picked Karen Bass again, which baffles me, blows my mind.
LA didn't
Blows
pick
my
Karen
mind.
Bass. A very small portion of people committed fraud and picked Karen Bass, but yeah.
A very small portion. As it's no man. There's more cheating and help me out. I'm just at a loss for words.
I mean, it's lit. Listen, when they were opening those mail-in ballots, okay, Spencer Pratt had a very good lead over, one of his opponents, and you cannot tell me that they opened all those mail-in ballots and there was not one single vote for Spencer Pratt. It's like
Yeah,
they're lying and cheating in front of us, thinking that they're not going to get called out on. That is how I don't even know what the word I'm looking for here is.
they're
That's
not
how
even
blatantly
hiding it.
obvious it is. They're not even trying to hide it. It's not that they're not hiding it, bro. They're not even trying to hide it at this point. They just don't give
That's
a
true.
shit.
No,
That
that's
that that
true. That's the. I mean, yeah. Look, when you are taking the mail in, which is first off, I'm an old school guy. Like, why don't we make it a national holiday that on the second Tuesday of November, everybody takes off, goes vote. Plain and simple. We can do electronic, fine, right? It does take forever to count and recount paper ballots. I get it. But mail in ballots where stuff can be destroyed, burned, lost, changes hands, where there's no type of chain of custody. Um, Even back in the 2020 election, when you see everybody like taping up windows, like, what do you got to hide? That's what I want to
exactly.
know. What do you got to hide?
Yep. What are you hiding?
I don't know. It's crazy, but I thought it was funny that you get Karen Bass, potholes, crime, needles, public masturbation,
What?
and a bonus lawsuit against taxpayers. You
Oh,
know,
yeah, yeah. Okay, that's the fun part.
no, it's you can joke about that in LA politics, but the real universal basic income is slip and fall lawsuits and emotional distress settlements from the county. If you think about it, Karen Bass's own brother is suing the city
Quite
or the
literally, her
county.
quote
I don't know.
biological blood brother. Quite literally.
Suing. Can you believe that?
Honestly, I can. Yeah, with who we're talking about, it does not surprise me at all. She'll probably get part of the money.
I don't know. Well, if you can't fix the city, hey, at least she might be able to fix your bank account.
Yeah,
Take
yeah.
that one to the bank.
Yeah. They have taken a really beautiful state and they have completely destroyed it. And that's I don't have much more to say about that.
Democrats in LA
Blows my mind.
defund the police, but fund my lawsuit. uh, Thank you. The same political universe that complains the system is racist and broken suddenly wants a big paycheck from that same system. I don't know, man. This revolution will not be televised, but it will be itemized in their
County on a
county
budget.
budget.
Yeah.
No, they're a lost cause, man.
It's got to end at some point. It will. God only knows when.
Hey, are they still? I was thinking, to make a little side money. Are they? Is U-Haul still paying people to drive trucks as contractors back to LA one way, and then paying for their flight out?
Were they doing that at one time?
They
I know
were.
nothing. No, you're kidding me.
They were. U-Haul. If you think about it, California has had not one, but 2 trillion, not billion, but $1 trillion exoduses under Gavin Newsom's watch. If that lets you know anything, they've lost House representation, they've lost seats. That's what happens when you run your business like absolute garbage. I mean, if I want to go live over there, what's the median house cost? Like 830,000 or something absolutely ridiculous, which is over double what we are here in Tampa, Florida.
Yeah. Sorry, you made me think when you were talking about Gavin, a song popped in my head. Do you know who Tom McDonald is? You familiar with him? He's a rapper. He's out of Canada. He lives in America, but he's Canadian by birth. He has a song called "The Devil Is a Democrat," and it's a whole song about Gavin Newsom.
I like him
You
already.
got to check it out. Yeah,
No, but I think it's funny that, after COVID and the extensive lockdowns, you had $1 trillion worth of business gone. And then all of a sudden, tech billionaires, because, hey, we want to tax the billionaires, like you've got what, 80 billionaires in California, or 800, or whatever the number is.
something like that. Yeah,
But you've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands, millions of people that are going to vote for these billionaire laws, not thinking anything of it. But it's nothing for these billionaires to go move. You've got Zuck. He just bought a spot, down near Miami. You've got Ken Jennings. You've got all these other big, 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 massive folks that are buying real estate down in South Florida on
They
the
don't want to
Gold
be in
Coast.
California. Yeah,
No.
absolutely.
Now, especially when we don't have state income tax here, which is fantastic. We're about to have a homestead exemption tax of $250,000, which
Beautiful.
is absolutely
Wow.
insane.
Come on, Pennsylvania. I need you to get on board with this.
Good luck with that. You have a better chance of living.
Hey, no, listen, man. I'll be saying this a lot this year. But we are in the process of flipping Pennsylvania red. It's going to happen. It's going to happen in the next 3 years.
Well, my hat's off to you, man. Best of luck. I'm still telling you, you need to get a homestead down here in Florida and reap the tax benefits. Sean Hannity
We still have the place in Florida. That's what I'm saying. We still have the place in Jacksonville. So
oh yeah, that's right. That's right. That's good stuff.
As long as the wife's job is up here, this is where we're going to be.
True, and that's a pretty dope job. Not everybody can say they get to do what she does, so that's. Well, final story. One last thing I did want to talk about, and this one kind of hits home to the heart. We are lonely little YouTubers, content creators, and busting ass. I've done a couple of shows myself in the past. I still work with a couple of podcasts, Debacle Radio being one of them, with my partner in crime there, Derek Ammon, and we've been just grinding, and then the same with this. You and I reconnected. I know we've known each other since high school, basically.
Yeah, man, 20 years.
And yeah, creating content, man, it's a passion, and we want to see where this goes, and with the support of everybody, I can't wait to see where we can take this.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And
that's why the story hits home.
Go ahead.
So, Kane Parsons, he's a 20-year-old Bay Area native, I believe, but he turned his YouTube web series Backrooms into a feature that opened at #1 in the box office the last weekend of May.
$81 million.
$81 million, dude.
That's just here in the States. That's just here in the States. It was something crazy like, what was it globally?
118, 120.
118, yeah, 118 million globally. That's insane, man. Beating out Star Wars in their debut.
Dude, it beat out Star Wars
in history.
Star Trek, Star everything, man. Like, how do you, just an independent guy, youngest director in Hollywood, by the way,
absolutely,
to top the box office, which is insane. $10 million budget. What was the Blair Witch Project? That was was 60 grand.
50,000. Yeah, I say 50, 60 grand, man. I still remember that movie. Yeah, yeah,
still epic. That was such a good movie. But anyway, it just shows how everything is changing, right? I read a post recently that within 7 years, and we're recording this mid-2026, within 7 years, the garden variety cable options, Xfinity, Spectrum, Frontier, etc., your bulk cable packages are going away. Everybody's been a la carte. Personally,
we're basically there, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Personally, I cut the cable 10 years ago this year. I've streamed only for 10 solid years now, a decade. I've never looked back. Never looked back.
Yeah, the same. Yeah. Everything's YouTube, man. Everything's YouTube or Facebook Reels or
for sure.
TikTok. Absolutely.
I'll tell you the unfortunate part of that, though, is that the world's attention span is now I don't know, the length of a
Glued to a
goldfish.
screen. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
and
Yep. Yep. Yep.
seeing my young kids and as advanced as they're going to be, I mean, inevitably due to technology, but just I'll let them have the iPad from time to time, and you just see these constant dopamine hits, man, and it's just like, all right, time's up,
Yep.
no,
Absolutely.
and it's just like, man, we got to regulate.
Yeah. It's
But it's
scary, man. It really is. It is scary.
but I do say that to say this is that income, um, all of this content is ingested about half and half now, right? So you've got 7 years left of the garden variety cable television. But right now it is a 1 to 2 or 50% split. Some of the metrics I've seen recently where people are watching YouTube on an app on their TV versus the app on their phone or iPad. A 50% split. So it just shows you how much not only are people stuck to their phones, but that people are absorbing content traditionally sitting on the couch, at a just at a jaw dropping rate now versus, like watching the news and then something comes on at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Prime time, that's a way of the past. Nothing's
Yep.
live
Yep. Yep.
that
Yep.
you can't, watch 5 minutes or even stuff that streams live. You can just with your finger right back to the beginning,
Yep.
so
Absolutely. It's amazing. Things have
anyway.
changed so much since the 80s, the 90s. It's insane to think of how many changes we have seen just in our lifetime. It's strange to think where we're going to be at 20 years from now.
We were born mid 80s, early to mid 80s. The cell phone had just been invented, and it was a big battery pack.
Yep.
You know, like I
Huge.
remember getting a pair of walkie
$1,000.
talkies. Yeah, exactly. I remember having a pair of walkie talkies with a long antenna that would reach no
Oh,
more
yeah.
than 100 feet.
Yep.
And
In high school, and we've got Nextel, and we're going chirp, 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 back and forth, man. Like, yep.
housekeeping. Oh yeah, man! Everybody left it on speakerphone. Oh man, that was fun. Nextel. Now that's a drop right there for all
Yep.
the youngins. But I'm excited to see where this goes. Not just for us, but YouTube is pushing for new content creators currently. Right, the algorithm is working for newer content creators. So I'm hoping we get in at just this
Yep.
right
That's where
time.
we come
And
in, and that's where all of you at home come in. If you like what you see, if you like what you hear, hit that subscribe
can't
button
hear you.
for us. Hit that subscribe button.
That's right. No, yeah. Smash the like, smash the subscribe. Leave us a comment. What do you want to hear us talk about?
Absolutely.
What else do you want to see? Because we're looking to just have fun with this, man. Realistically, so that's about all I
100%.
got
And
this week. What do you think, man?
yeah, man, I'm right there with you. I was going to tell people, give us suggestions on who you want us to have on here as guests. We're very open. We're not limited too much on, who we can have on here. We've already thrown some names around, and I think you'd be surprised at some of the people we could get on here.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. We've got a bunch in store for folks. I'm not going to give anything away just yet.
Yep, not
I
yet.
would like to get a few episodes under our belt before we start reaching out for some folks on the circuits. But if there's anybody you want to hear us talk to, just let us know. In the meantime, follow me on Instagram at Redline Chris Waters. I'll be there.
Yep, I'm everywhere on social media at The President and CEO. That's The President and CEO, all spelled out.
Yeah, I think I'm on Facebook too, but I've just been focusing on Instagram. I can't jump around like all the kids, man. Like now that's where I truly start to feel old, right?
Oh, I'm right there
For
with you.
us, we had Vine and Snapchat,
Yes, Vine. Oh my
Remember
goodness.
Vine?
Yeah, man. Wow.
You couldn't make a single dollar on Vine because, they didn't have it
It
set
was
up
fun
right.
though. It was
Yeah.
fun.
Oh yeah, it's gone, of course. As soon as Instagram started doing it, it was over. And then TikTok came
Oh yeah.
around and it was really over. Yeah, man. Oh, those were the good old days. I mean, hell, we could talk about MySpace too if you wanted.
Man, I think I still have mine somewhere. I'm sure. Actually, I know it is. I haven't seen it in a while, but it's still live.
Tom was my best friend. My first friend.
Listen, Tom is still around. Those of you who don't know, he is on Instagram. Tom lives on Instagram now, and he has a massive following. All he does is travel around the world and post pictures of his adventures. It's pretty awesome to check out.
How much did he get paid for MySpace?
too much. Well, I'm not gonna say too much, but a lot.
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask some AI and see what they say. Oh wow, born November 8th, 1970. Dude's old, man.
Yeah, yeah. We're only a decade behind him.
Yo, man. Tom Anderson received a lump sum of $50 million from the 2005 sale of MySpace, although the total
Probably not
transaction.
enough now looking back at it. Yeah,
Wow, he only made 50 million?
yeah. You would think it would have been more than that.
Well, he's smart. He says he's worth 60 million now, so he's making a return on his
He's
investment.
invested,
Yeah.
right?
Well, good for him. Well, shoot, that's going to do it for us. Once again, like, subscribe, follow us. Looks like we're on TikTok too, so that's great. We'll be doing our thing. Catch us every week. We'll try to knock out 2 episodes a week as we go further. Maybe even 3, who knows? Let us know what y'all want to hear, what y'all want to see. I'm into music, guns, the brown adult beverages that we can't use on TikTok, but for everyone else, good old bourbon.
Cheers.
We love to grill, we love to smoke meat, guy stuff. So, as one of my old buddies used to say, it's a bunch of intellectually immature nonsense.
Absolutely. It's going to continue to be that way.
Love it. Awesome, man. Have a good night.
All right, guys.
For everybody
Appreciate
watching,
it.
we'll
We're
talk
out.
to y'all. See you.